with that?
Where, where's that dimple?
Smile, Sean.
No, not now. After that,
Smile.
no.
It's kind of
Give
you
me
can
the. Oh,
see
there
it.
it
You
is.
can
There
see
it
it.
is.
That's
It's
There
it's
it
only got.
is.
just the one.
It's just
I guess
one
the
dimple.
one on the right is like really, really like you can't really tell it is there. But that the one on his left side, the left side of his face is very prominent.
It's out there.
It's how he won his wife over.
With the
Good help.
one dimple.
The one dimple. There it is. We're gonna be pointing it out all show today.
Can't smile now. Can't smile.
You gotta be straight face Sean today. Straight face
One
Sean.
one D Sean.
I don't get it.
What?
One dimple Sean. One D Sean.
Oh,
Okay.
he's right.
He- He's not wrong.
You only got one D.
Did you guys hear about that D1 school who had the a big old issue this past weekend? Could you imagine? Could you imagine being on a team where one of your players got snapped a couple minutes before a game?
It was a couple of minutes before the game.
It was a couple hours before the game.
I was gonna say a couple of minutes. How do they not know what's going on? I
Kickoff
mean,
kickoff was at like 2, and I got stabbed like that morning. It wasn't just one guy; it was two teammates as well.
but teammates that got stabbed or two teammates that did the stabbing.
Two teammates that got stabbed by another teammate.
Man, I've had some really bad teammates in my life, but I've never wanted to stab anybody because of it.
I find that hard to believe.
What that I want? You think I just want to stab everybody? That
Yes, I
pisses me
do
off.
feel like you want to stab people. Yes,
I
you
don't
give
give
off
off
that
the
vibe.
stabby vibe,
You
dude. That's
give off the
crazy.
stabby vibe.
Don't see this man out in public, whatever you do.
Yeah, they surprisingly they haven't put out
I'm gonna
any
stab you now,
information.
you bitch.
See what I mean? Look at this. Look at this.
Violence.
Don't see
That's
this.
all he
Do not
wants.
see this man out in public.
See me in Arc Raiders, fam. Oh wait, he's poor.
I am. Yeah, I don't know. They won't release any information on like why. All they released is that there was an offensive lineman, and that there was an altercation, and then he stabbed two of his teammates that were defensive linemen, and it was a few hours before the game, in which it was also like senior day.
You said it
So
was defensive lineman, right?
yeah, an offensive lineman stabbed two defensive linemen.
Were
Bro,
they
what the
doing
fuck?
were they doing the Aaron Donald drill before the game or something?
That's messed up.
Yo,
Offensive lineman, defensive lineman.
but so
That's good.
either scenario that I'm about to bring up, stabbing someone is obviously wrong. Okay, like that shouldn't have happened, regardless of what the
You don't
circumstances
condone
were.
stabbing?
But if this was a if this it's
Hot take.
if this was an off the field issue that didn't have anything to do with football, then like I mean, dude's got problems. He felt the need to stab somebody, but like if you can imagine like this had anything to do with like football related stuff. Like if she just they pissed each other off so bad on the practice field that this guy brought a knife to game day and was like, "Fuck you guys!" Like that's he needs to be institutionalized or something.
I I wish we know. I would assume that we'll know more on the story as time goes on, but
Like
really
dude
unsettling that there's
stabbed
no
dude stabbed the
information.
guy ahead of him on the depth chart. Like I want your spot. Like what,
I'm playing
bro?
this week.
We need to we need to vet our
And that like
athletes a little bit better.
nobody's gonna find out. It's like
Yeah.
no one's no, everybody knew. Incredibly wild story.
Crazy
How do
stuff.
you
Good choice, Ty Bob. Good
That's not
choice.
the first time that something like that's happening in a college football program, though.
It's not.
I
Wasn't it
mean,
like
I've never heard anything
Did
like
anything
this.
happen back in the
Hours
Miami
before
days?
the game?
not? I don't know about if it was hours before the game, but I was like, I can't remember what school it was. It may have been Miami. Whenever there was, they all took a picture of everybody mourning this another play teammate's loss, and the guy who shot the teammate was in the photo just staring down at the. Do you remember
Oh,
that?
I remember
That was
that.
like
I
shortly before
don't
the game. It wasn't
I
day of, I believe.
I don't remember who, like what school it was or even when it was, but I do
It was
remember
back in the day for sure,
that
like
story.
early odds.
Um, and there's been stuff that has happened, right? You've had car wrecks, you've definitely had shootings, you've had weird things happen, but you've never had a stabbing just a few hours before it gets
No,
off.
Teammate on teammate crime. That's crazy. What are they teaching you boys down in Alabama?
they're the
Uh,
Blazers.
Hey, listen. Birmingham's a different place. Outside, you got T Town, and you got Birmingham. Birmingham's different.
Much different.
It's
That's
still in Alabama.
Beeham.
Cabo wouldn't know much about college ball. Not a ball knower.
I don't care. Hey, Alex Blackburn works for my company now.
Awesome, dude.
Oh,
He's
he's
our
not
he's
doing
our
the.
he kind of recognized that he wasn't going to get paid as a writer like what he would want to support his family, and he was looking to get in the nonprofit sector, and he's the administrative assistant for my company now. So I don't need to
Shout
know
out.
ball when I have him as a lifeline. I could any college football fact I want to know, I can just message him real quick.
Well, now that he has more time, maybe he can come on.
Sorry, that was a puff silence break there. Yeah, I mean I'm down. We don't have to just use them around draft time.
Or
I
beginning
mean,
of
Maybe we
football
can.
we
season.
would.
Maybe we should
I
have
think
him
we
come
would
on to talk about UAB.
see what
You
he
know,
has to say about it.
hey, he is a journalist, former journalist.
I think it's still a hobby. I think he still
It's
writes.
still in his blood. Like,
Yeah.
come on now.
It never leaves you.
Are you speaking from experience?
Just certain things, not journalism, but just like certain things never leave you.
Certain things never left him. Yeah. One thing did, that was his hair.
I knew that was coming. That's so messed up, Sean.
Hey,
He had a
I'm coming in.
condition.
I'm damn
Flipping
it,
the
dude.
script on Sean.
What's your excuse, Sean?
No,
You
no,
don't
no.
have a
Wait.
condition.
You are bald and short.
No, I do have a condition. It's called male pattern baldness. That that is a condition. It's
I
MPB.
can't wait for it to. I can't wait for it to hit Tybo.
It's
My
gonna hit him
dad
so
has a
hard.
full head of hair at 78,
It's all right.
77.
Cool.
Doesn't matter.
You're not your dad.
You're not your dad. Your
My
name's not Pat.
grandpa,
You're
my
not him,
grandpa on
dude.
my mom's side
You're
had a
not
full head of
him.
hair when he died.
You're not
You're
him
not
either.
him either.
My uncle on my mom's side still has a full head of hair at 60 something.
Not
You're
worried
not your
about that.
uncle. You're
But
forgetting
that's
all.
that's the genetics. It's my
Bob's your
father
uncle.
and my I can't I can't have like an educational conversation with Ty Bob. He just he goes to trolling in conversation way too fast.
Only with
He
you.
doesn't he doesn't want to learn anything. He already knows everything he needs to know. And he doesn't want to learn anything.
Well, I mean, the hair on your mom's side, that's a myth. It's not a real thing. They've
Genetics,
debunked
but
that.
Punnett squares.
Yeah, dude.
I'll show you a square
Big B, little B.
right there. That's a square. I
I
don't know if
mean,
you have it set. I don't know
That's
if you have it set up,
we're actually
that's more rectangular.
we're rectangles.
Yeah, it's not a square.
I wasn't
The,
pointing
the
at your
box
camera. I
that
was
the box
pointing at
that
you.
highlights when you talk, that's a rectangle.
I was pointing at you,
Not
not
all
the box that you're in. You're a
not all
square,
squares are rectangle.
but all
Wait,
rectangles are squares.
you have it backwards. All square. All right. See, I got stupider by talking to you. I
Is
I
that is
got
that what?
I got dumber. All squares are rectangles, but not all rectangles are squares.
There you go. Good job. You got there.
Glad you finally you figured it out. You had to follow the pathway, but you got there.
No, you just keep dumbing me down.
Sure, sure, bud. Sure.
Yeah, yeah, we'll go with that. How do you guys feel about Shadeur's performance this past weekend against the Raiders?
He's
Two
done
hundred and what,
something
6 yards, touchdown,
he
interception,
he's he's done something that no other, well, let me rephrase that.
Browns quarterback has done in the last
30 years.
44
5 years,
Browns
30 years.
quarterbacks.
As
30 years.
their first start as the Browns quarterback, as a rookie, as a draft pick by them, winning their first start. Been 30 years, 17 other quarterbacks. Shedeur is the
Oh,
promised
I thought it
one
was
for
some
the
other
Cleveland
ridiculous
Browns.
number like 44.
Uh,
Pretty
But yeah,
sure it
he's
was
Baker
he's the he's the he's
1995.
the first he's the first Browns quarterback to win their debut start in a long time.
Baker didn't win his. I thought he won his.
Baker didn't win for like 5, 6 weeks, dude. Remember they
You're
had
gonna
to
make me.
unlock the
You're
beers
gonna
in
make me
Cleveland.
go. I remember that, but I thought it was because they had a different quarterback starting over him.
They wouldn't have written about it so much this week if that wasn't true. People have fact checked it.
Baker Mayfield's first start was against the New York Jets, where the Cleveland Browns won 21-17.
What?
It was September 20th of 2018. That was his first game that he played.
Somebody's lying.
He did not play again in week 1 against Pittsburgh, nor did he play in week 2 against New Orleans.
Did he come in relief that game?
He's recorded no stats in those games. It says right
No,
here
it
Did he
did
no, did
not
he
play.
come in did he come in
No,
relief
no,
in
no.
that game he
It
won?
it says did not play in both of those games.
Hey,
His first
motherfucker!
game that
The
That's
game you're
we
talking
understand
about that
that.
he won. Did he
oh
come in
sorry
relief?
sorry
Fuck.
I hear you.
God.
That's possible. He did not start that game. No,
I was
he
about to
did not
say
start that game.
they
There.
wouldn't have
Yeah.
they wouldn't have written so many
I
articles about it if people
got
didn't
it.
fact check it.
Got it. If we're just going strictly on starts, no.
Yes.
That
Strictly
Their
on starts.
that
debut
makes more
start.
sense. That makes
Debut
more
start.
sense.
Yes.
I mean,
See,
he
he's trying to make us dumber, dude. He's trying to he's
one
trying
step
to
at a
give
time.
alternative facts.
No, I'm very impressed. Shedeur looked like the answer for the Cleveland Browns. You had the nasty man still on the sideline, finally around the team again, which you don't want to see. But Shedeur looked like the guy. Uh, Dion was there with his cowboy hat on, watching, cheering on, and I just love all the takes Shedeur is having about himself. We need this in
We're
the
not
NFL.
you're
We need
you're
this in the
impressed by
NFL.
this, and we're not like throwing into the realm that like the Raiders are one of the worst defenses in the league. We're not. You're
It's
just
the
like,
NFL,
yes,
dude.
he's the
It's
answer, and like he
we
can do
both
this
picked
next
we
week
both picked the
against.
Raiders to win this game.
Hey,
Yeah,
what
for
did he
sure.
say?
NFL.
Hey, what did he say? Imagine a whole entire offseason of this. This has only
Right.
been a week.
I mean, he
But
did have
so
an
Imagine a
entire
whole entire
listen,
offseason.
offseason with that, man.
guys,
He
listen.
did have an
I
entire
Imagine
I
two,
would
offseason.
not
imagine 2 weeks. He wouldn't out with
should,
the ones.
listen, like Shedeur wouldn't be the quarterback I picked to build my franchise around, but there's something to be said about the accomplishment of being a Browns quarterback winning their debut start. There is something to be said about
That's
that
fair.
achievement. And
30 years, 17 quarterbacks,
you know,
17 plus
I
quarterbacks.
have my feelings that it's probably a little bit of like lightning in a bottle, the Browns version of lightning in a bottle, and they probably don't win another game the rest of the season. However, how long were they planning on sticking with Dylan Gabriel? Like no injury, like how long does Shedeur continue to sit? Like this was not based on Shadeur's like skill set. He
No,
he
Shedeur played himself into starting more games
he
now.
played better. Well, he's starting next week for sure,
Yeah.
but he played way better than Dylan Gabriel has in any game this season. Just
I don't
the
disagree with
things
that.
he
I
was,
don't think
the
Dylan
things he was
Gabriel's
able to
good.
do. Exactly. Well, like there's got to be some other stupid reason that the Browns were choosing Dylan Gabriel over Shedeur. It's like
I,
the whole, not that they were colluding against him, but like the 31 other teams didn't want him either for 5 rounds, right? So like there's some other reason that like people don't really want to get involved in the Shedeur Sanders business, but he's clearly better than Dylan Gabriel.
I'm not going to go out on the limb that Sean put out there of this is the answer for the Browns.
It is.
Um,
It
I,
simply is. Did they win
much
the
better
game?
game, much better game than I expected.
It looks to be
Though
more beneficial for the Browns to be giving him playing time.
that's fair, and I would also go as far to say not that Dylan Gabriel would have had a good game. I it's the Raiders, and their defense is horrible.
Are they
Their
an NFL
offense
team?
is also horrible. Um, I would the real test for Shador comes next week against the 49ers, whose defense is battered up and yet still very, very good. Um, and
Definitely better coach than the Raiders.
I am not expecting very much out of the Browns in that game, at least offensively. That will be the real test. This one was a feel good moment. It felt good
Lightning in a
for
bottle.
Shador.
They probably don't win the rest of the way, but
I mean, they still have two very easy
give this
games this year. They still play the Titans, um,
give Shedeur a shot, man.
and
Get
that's
get him some
fine.
playing
Yeah,
time.
I think that's fair. They still have the Titans, so they have the Niners coming up, then they play the Titans right after, and they have the Bengals to finish the season off with. Joe Burrow could be back at that point if they decide
Oh,
not to
he,
sit
he'll
him
be
for the
back
rest of the
Thursday.
season. Their
He'll be
defense
back
will
on
still be
Thanksgiving.
bad, but they're not going to face a defense that's as bad as the Raiders moving forward because you're not playing the Raiders again.
Good point.
Because the Raiders have the worst defense in the league. So, um, feel good story, but I don't see this story ending well.
It
I
could
mean, it's
end
a
up
Browns
just fine.
quarterback.
Like it
Like,
doesn't really matter how the Browns really finish the season. They're not making the playoffs. Like get Shadeur, your better quarterback, reps and try to build something because I'm it's getting almost annoying to have to laugh at the Browns organization. Like get past the Deshaun Watson stuff, like get a
He's
little bit of
starting next year, by the way.
oh
yeah,
yeah,
oh my god, dude. If we could get past the freaking Deshaun Watson stuff and start to build a real team in Cleveland, like I can't. It's not even that I feel for them because the Browns were in the depths just like while the Chiefs were bad, and like I don't expect them to turn around and win Super Bowls like us, but like build something, do something, like poke it. You were poking him with a stick, like do something.
As long as the Haslams are in charge, they will not do anything.
You
won't happen.
Udonis
Simply won't happen.
Udonis Haslam.
Yes,
Different spelling.
Udonis has him. Yes, he's the owner of the Cleveland Browns.
Nice.
The real
Alternative
Mr. 305.
alternative facts.
Speaking of alternative facts, let's see what Sean's got up his sleeve this week as he recaps his just the tips
I
for
wasn't even paying attention to it. So how did it go, Sean?
It wasn't the worst, just
no
the tips
idea.
ever. It wasn't the best, just the tips ever. But it's just the tips. We're gonna go with the stardom. Surprise, surprise. Jacoby Brissett. You all were questioning that one. Got you 21 points against the Jaguars.
He's been like
Pretty.
the top three, the third best fantasy quarterback since he like took over or whatever. Last
Yeah,
three games, something like
you
that.
guys were laughing at that too. 21 points. Woody Marks against the Bills, not the best game for him, but he had 7.9 points. Now what you want to see from running back that you should be starting. Wide receiver Jawan Jennings playing Monday Night Football. Did not realize that whenever I was picking him, but he's going to get you at least 15 points tonight. Theo
No.
Johnson. Theo Johnson against the Lions got you 10.7 points. For a tight end, you'll take double digits no matter what it is. Moving on to the sit 'em here. Quarterback Jordan Love. Couldn't have called it better myself. came away with 6.5 points. Sit Jordan Love. You probably did pretty good.
We also thought that one was obvious.
No. If you're between quarterbacks. Ashton Genty, did you all think this was obvious too?
Yes.
Well, guess what? He got 24.8 points. So how
Oh.
obvious was it now, Tybo? Khalil Shakir. Was that pretty obvious too?
What do you get? 17?
I think
Was
he
it?
had 18.
I had him on
He had 18.
Yeah.
18 points. And finally, tight end Cade Otton against the Rams only got 6.1. Some good, some bad.
A lot
I
of points
wasn't
sitting on the bench.
Yeah, two bad sits. Two bad sits.
big whoop. Tybo had more bad sits last week. His sits had more
I
points
did
last
not.
week. Yeah,
No.
D minus.
oh, he just wants to go next week. That's all it is.
Yeah, man, I don't think I can give
Would
you a
be
pass. Well, so I mean, if Jawan Jennings goes off,
that would change. That would
you could
probably change it a little bit.
you could consider a C, but
We'll
I think
wait. We'll wait until Monday Night Football is over and
yeah,
reconvene. But I'm pretty sure
Okay.
it's going to be a not pass.
it's
What does
yeah,
he? What does he have to do to pass?
15.
yeah. I was bet he better hit your 15 mark.
He's gonna hit 15. Okay, he's gonna hit 15 plus. Don't worry. Do not worry.
If he hits
I'll be back
15,
next week.
you'll get a pass. If he doesn't, even if it's 14.9, not a
Yeah,
pass.
I understand what the number 15 means.
Just
Not
want to make
14.9.
sure. Sometimes you don't.
Hey, I know spreads, unlike some people.
No, you don't.
I'm
You're
not
in a
good at
last
them.
place.
I'm not good at them, but I know what they are.
Who also called this freaking game to watch? Because
Yeah, my player to
yeah,
sit. This was very exciting. Vikings versus Packers.
no, it
And it was
wasn't.
only exciting. It was only exciting for one reason. You saw the demise of the Vikings franchise and their quarterback that they trust for the
9.
future. You can't give
Stop.
them that anymore. That's just straight JJ McCarthy. Ass.
The problem
Packers
is
defense is
JJ
for
McCarthy
real.
was out there. 9 wasn't.
No, nine was out there all three
Jeez.
quarters. In the fourth quarter, JJ showed up.
He's thrown a pick in every game. Like he's had way too many games with two picks, dude.
I think the biggest highlight out of this whole entire game was whenever they came up on the screen about stats about JJ McCarthy was like yards per attempt, and like completion percentage, and ranking him out of everybody in the league by every single one. Last, last, last. Like putting that right on TV for everybody to see. That's not what you want to see for JJ McCarthy. Vikings, you got to get rid of him. You got to do something else. That was not fun to watch, honestly, but for your end. You had some solid defense, stopped Jordan Love quite a bit, but it was a big defensive games, which I kind of called. So it was a good rock fight.
Bring Kirk back.
Oh, bring Kirk Cousins back right away. JJ will be so happy. By
I do
JJ, I
think
mean Justin Jefferson.
there's like a comical element to it. Like Kevin O'Connell is seen as like this quarterback whisperer. Like
No, I
quarterbacks
think
go
he's.
there and
I
like
think
revamp their careers. Like it's hilarious to me that this is their choice at quarterback because he's got to be involved in that decision in some way.
yeah, but Kevin O'Connell's not revamping his career here. That's the problem. He can revamp. He can't build up to start with.
It
He
was
needs
seen.
them.
It
They
was
need to have
seen
a
as
little
a
base
quarter.
level.
What I'm saying is, it was seen as a quarterback friendly place to go, and like now you end up with one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL. That even your quarterback whisperer coach is not going to be
No,
able
no,
to
no,
beat.
not one of. He is the worst quarterback in the NFL, statistically. He's that bad.
He's bad.
He is terrible.
Not worse than Gino right
He's
now.
he's gonna play. He's gonna play Justin
No, he
Jefferson
is.
out of the Hall of Fame.
This is they're JJ is gone down with a concussion after the game, so he's gonna be out for a few weeks in concussion protocol because they got to try anything else
That's where
besides
he
him right
needs to
now.
stay. I mean,
They need to try anything else besides him. It's a soft benching.
yeah.
Maybe
I
they
mean,
try
it's
Justin Jefferson at quarterback.
do something.
Can't be much worse.
It's crazy. It's crazy to see. I mean, all of the criticism about JJ McCarthy coming out of the draft is pretty much accurate. you can't look at the way that Michigan played ball with JJ McCarthy at quarterback and think that he was going to do well in the NFL. Like, I'm sorry. All the criticisms about him coming out of college were correct. He's a handoff merchant and not even a good game manager.
And he was a first round pick.
First round pick.
It honestly makes Blake Corum look really, really good and surprising that he's not getting more utilization. Obviously, he's gotten quite a few more touches this season than in previous seasons. And obviously, he's got hard competition there with Kyron Williams, but you would think somebody would be trying to go after Blake Corum after seeing how bad JJ McCarthy has been this season.
No, no, he's a backup. He'll shine eventually. Don't worry about him. He'll be fine. Who picked the stupid game of the first game of the week here? Who picked that terrible ass game?
Was that me? I don't feel like
That
it was
was
me, but
It
it was
wasn't
not
me.
me.
okay, then it was me. Yeah. All right, fine. I didn't feel,
All right.
I thought I took the Bears game, but
I stole it from you. I picked first.
yeah,
I
sad.
took Steelers Bears.
Thought Bucs Rams was going to be a really good game. Turned out not to be. There's not a whole lot to talk about here. The Rams look to be top of the NFC. The Rams are scary. They should be, at least for everybody in the NFC. Matt Stafford should be up for MVP this season with what he's doing. Obviously, he's got a plethora of weapons to throw to and to hand the ball off to, but um yeah, that Rams team is incredibly scary. For the Bucs, it's not good. It's not good. You did have Chris Godwin out there for a little bit, I believe, but he's still not right. Who knows if he'll ever be right? You're missing Chris Evans. That's not good.
Fine.
Chris
Chris
Evans.
Evans, Mike
It's
Evans.
not Captain America.
Uh, uh, Mike Evans is still missing. Amika Egbuka back from some slight injury, but wasn't really effective. Tez Johnson got their only touchdown, and the running backs weren't effective, and that's just credit due to, hey, the Rams have also a really good defense. Baker Mayfield ended up getting an injury here. I believe they had an MRI, and it was a AC joint sprain in his shoulder. Did not fracture it like he did with Cleveland, so that's good news. Likely to miss a little bit of time, I would assume. Bucs are in trouble here. Bucs are in trouble because the Falcons, even though they've had some stumbling blocks, they're still in the race. The Panthers are still in the race for the South. The only team in the South that's out is the Saints. So it's going to shape up to be a wild fight out of the West, like it usually is out of bad teams.
Is that another fine?
Yeah.
You're talking about the NFC South?
Yeah,
I said
AFC
out of the
West.
South.
A fight? You said a fight in the West.
Did I say in
Yeah.
the West? Wow, it's another
But
one.
anyways,
And there will be a fight in the West with the NFC West, but
a much more entertaining fight.
a much more
The Falcons,
entertaining.
the Falcons are a long shot in that division. The Panthers are right on the. Like, do they not have the same record as the Bucks right now, or are the Bucks one game up?
After tonight, I think they may be tied for first whenever the Panthers win against the Niners.
You're hilarious.
Let's
What do you mean they're
see
gonna win?
here. I mean, Falcons are 2 games back, so for them to be a long shot, that's a wild call.
They're not.
They're
They are.
they're only two
They
games
have
back.
Kirk Cousins at quarterback, dude.
It's okay. It's not a long shot.
It's not good.
Carolina has
They lost.
Bryce
They
Young.
dropped. They got swept by the Panthers.
Hey, Panthers just have their number. That's okay.
Bryce Young has like 14 game-winning drives in the past 2 years.
It's all right.
It's like
That
all of
has
his
to be.
wins,
That
but
has to be an exaggeration.
no, that's
They
like
don't
all
even
of his
have
wins.
14 wins in the last two
Pan-
seasons.
Panthers do
You're
also
right.
have a ridiculously strong schedule to finish it out. They play the Niners, the Rams. They've got a bye week in the Saints, and then they still play the Bucs, the Seahawks, and the Bucs again. Falcons
Right.
have the Jets, Seahawks, Bucs, Cardinals, Rams, Saints. So
They're gonna
even with
lose.
even
They can
with
win
Kirk
two more
Cousins at the
games.
helm, they still
They're gonna
have
win
a
two max.
far easier schedule. And
That's two wins right there. That's
The
it.
Buccaneers still have a pretty easy schedule to finish off the season as well.
They
They've
gotta
got
get
the
healthy though.
Cardinals, Saints, Falcons, Panthers, Dolphins, Panthers. So I
I have
would
faith in the
not expect the
Panthers.
Panthers to make it out of this division.
Oh, please. You have no faith.
Correct. I have no faith in the Panthers, who have shown nothing. Yeah, shocker.
But the Falcons are not a long shot to overtake the Bucs.
Yeah.
I I said
What is
they're
going
not a
on?
long shot to at
They
least
are a long
compete in the
shot.
division. They're only 2 games back with an easy schedule.
The Panthers are in such a better position than them. Like they will compete.
But so okay,
Bookmark it.
moving on. More fun divisional talk with my game of the week. I had Steelers Bears. Um, I went to the Chiefs game, so didn't watch this game. But the Bears, the score does not indicate the way that the Bears had this game in hand. They were up by 10 near the start of the fourth quarter. Like they scored with 14 some odd left in the fourth quarter. And the Steelers didn't score again until about 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter to bring it to 28-31. The Bears sitting at 8-3 at the top of the NFC North. Do they hang on to that? Did the Lions catch them? Like that's that nobody was expecting the Bears to be at the top of this division. I expected some
It's exciting to
competitiveness.
see.
I thought they were a fun team, but I nobody expected them to be at the top of their division. And the Lions are suffering from a first place schedule.
Well, did anybody else see that the whenever the Steelers were up so much in their division 6 weeks ago, at this present day and time, they would not be in the lead for their division anymore?
I
I mean,
think
I
I think
feel like we
a lot of
expected
people
the
were calling
Ravens to
about
get it
it.
right.
Yeah,
But that fast though?
a lot of people were calling it.
But that fast?
I mean, the
A one
Steelers don't know
five
how to
team?
go anything except for like just barely above 500 or at 500 with a tie.
I think this is the year that it does not happen for Mike Tomlin.
And
I would agree.
honestly, with
Sold.
how close this game ended up being, um, Aaron Rodgers may have pushed them over the edge in this game. The passing game was almost non-existent for the Steelers. They T.J. Watt scored a defensive touchdown. So getting support like that, maybe Aaron Rodgers wins this game. But the passing game for the Steelers was not there. Mason
With a
Rudolph,
broken wrist,
not good.
I definitely don't think Aaron Rodgers gets it done.
Mm-mm. No
Okay,
way.
healthy Aaron Rodgers, dude. I'm just saying, Mason Rudolph. Either they didn't have much faith in him, or he's just not good. Like
He's not good.
he's not good. But
Ever since he got hit
they
over
had
the
no
head
passing game. They had no passing
with a
game.
helmet.
They did fine in the run game, but they had no passing game.
Bears defense
Bears are
is
fun.
very turnover dependent as well too. I think they have two cornerbacks that are tied for the lead in interceptions this year so far, and they
I think
don't even
they're
have
also
Jalen Johnson
missing
The
in.
their.
Bears?
I was gonna say I think they
Yeah,
also are missing 2 of their premier
huge defensive pieces.
defensive backs.
Jalen Johnson's been out all year. He's gonna be coming back here pretty soon too. So their defense is gonna get a lot better. I'm not saying they're gonna go on a huge run or anything, but they're gonna be a lot more exciting to watch down the
Oh, but
end of the
you got to
year.
think they might be set up for that in the NFC as
No, yeah,
as
I
a
think
divisional winner. Maybe get a little bit easier of a opponent in the first round of the playoffs.
Bears do
what is
not
it?
have an easy schedule to finish off the season. By the
No,
way, they've still
6 more weeks of games for them. You win 3 more games, you get 11 wins, you're making the playoffs in the NFC. Like
Well, yeah,
I
but
think they
sitting
can
at
get
eight and
three more
three,
wins.
they're trying to win the division.
they
Yeah,
definitely are
but if
trying
you
to win
get
the division, but they've
but
got
if
the
you just get
Eagles.
3 more wins, then you're going to make the
Eagles are
playoffs.
Eagles are beatable.
They have the Eagles coming up, then they play the Packers, they have the
Beatable,
Browns, the Packers,
beatable,
the Niners,
beatable.
and then the Lions to finish.
Tough schedule, but they
It would
can
be
get
it
They
would be
did
very
sneak. They
entertaining
can
if
sneak
that
three
if that
wins.
final game of the season ends up being for the division. That would
that
be
would
that would
that
be
would be pretty
TV,
fun.
man. That would
And
be
just to throw this out there, the Lions did beat the Bears 52-21 in the second week of the season.
That was week 2. The Bears are completely different now.
they've progressed.
A
They could
lot.
definitely walk away with a with I feel
But
like they can get 3 wins there, but it's gonna be they're all gonna be really difficult games for them.
I mean,
but so like
every win they've had for like the past 7 weeks has been a one score win by a field goal game, pretty
there's
much.
I mean there's a
So
reality where the Bears have a shot to make the NFC Championship game. If they get to the NFC Championship game, anything can happen because the if their defense is winning the turnover battle already and they're going to get a piece back that they would already that would just be a de facto starter, like and the defense starts playing out of its mind later on in the season into the playoffs. I mean, the playoffs are a lot about who's hot, and if a defense is playing really well and shutting down the other team's offense, Caleb Williams won't have to do much besides not give up the ball.
He's been playing like a lot better than most people expected. I said watch out for him this season at the beginning of the year, and I did not expect them to be in first place. We all expected the Lions to kind of walk through this division, but Ben
yeah,
Johnson's
and
got something going on out there.
Caleb is still, I believe, still ranked probably top 8 in fantasy quarterbacks again this year. So still putting numbers up too.
You can get him a defense that can stop an opposing offense at least a little bit more. Again, they are getting turnovers, but like if you could limit with a better defensive front, that Bears team is somebody to definitely watch out for.
They're ahead of schedule. Next year would have been their year to really put it all together and be competitive throughout the whole entire year. But they're way ahead of schedule this year. Moving on to the last game of the week and probably the best game of the week for sure. Eagles versus Cowboys. Eagles
Woo.
21, Cowboys 24. Well, we thought it was going to be a blowout to start the game whenever the Eagles just went up 21 nothing all in the first quarter and Jalen Hurts was actually throwing the ball to A.J. Brown. Look what happens whenever they do that. You get up early, you get a lead, and then you just can't run the ball at all with Saquon
Wah,
Barkley anymore.
wah.
They're
He's
averaging what?
averaging 3.7 yards per carry this year, dude. It's crazy.
The past few weeks, it's been down to like 2.3 or something. It's abysmal recently, or maybe at least last night it was that bad. But they can't trust the running game. You have good offensive linemen, but you're still not using the running game correctly for Saquon. I get it. Lane Johnson is out. That should not matter. Should still be able to run the ball some way, especially for him being a 2,000-yard rusher last year. You still have most of the same pieces. Should be able to find a way to run the ball if you're the Eagles offense. But to give up 24 unanswered points to the Cowboys, that is insane. George Pickens is showing you why he's one of the best receivers in the league this year. 9 targets, 9 catches. I don't know how many yards he had, but 1 touchdown to go with that. Absolutely killing it out there. He's not missing anything. He is must watch TV. He is fun to watch every time he's out there. CD, what else can you say about him? He's always going to give you a few big drops that he shouldn't be dropping, but that's just who he is. He'll still make up for it some way, somehow. And the Cowboys just keep on going. I forgot who the player was. It was number 38 for the Cowboys. The dude who just kept on getting pushed down over and over again on that the kick at the end of the game. Just got up, kept moving,
It
kept
was a
moving.
rookie, yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember his name though. But he ended up making the tackle and forcing that fumble and giving the Cowboys the ball back. So that shows you never give up on the play anytime at all. Keep pushing through, and you may make something happen still. Phenomenal
Cowboys
game.
got
Phenomenal game, dude. Cowboys,
Cowboys
wow.
got
They're
dogged a
they're for
lot
real now.
for thinking that the trade that they made for the
Quinn
defensive
Williams.
Wyndham Williams.
Did
There we go.
Did
They
Jerry do it
got
again?
clowned a lot.
Did Jerry do it again?
They might have done it again. Dude, they got clowned a lot. And we were like, we sat here on the show and like, hey, maybe, that it was a good trade, but like we don't think that it necessarily puts them in a better position. Now look at it. Now maybe Jerry was 100% right. That hey, we needed to get rid of Micah to bring in a good run stopper. They got that in Clark, and then you go out and you make a big time trade. I don't know if that necessarily handicaps them for the future because trading for Clark ended up he's a little bit older of a guy. I don't know how long he's going to be able to stick around, but maybe that allows you time to develop or go out and pick up another guy in free agency who can take over his position in the next couple of years. Who knows? But hey, you might have done it bringing in Quinn Williams and making sure that you had a solidified enough defense to be able to stop the run. It's still going to take a lot. They're going to practically need to win out to even give themselves a shot at making the playoffs. I think it's still going to be pretty tough for them to do so, but they're at least trying to give themselves a shot here. Interesting.
Does that tie help them out though in the NFC when it comes down to seeding at the end of the season though?
It definitely
I think it
could.
would.
Taking,
I think it definitely would for who would get into the playoffs at the very end if
I mean,
it's
if
that
you're just
close.
taking a look straight up with where it is now in the entire NFC, they are in 10th place. This does put them behind Carolina, but Carolina's got a tough schedule coming up. It also puts them behind Detroit, but they're basically sitting right where the Chiefs are, even with a tie in the AFC, basically. So the guys above them don't necessarily have some easy schedules. They don't necessarily have an easy schedule moving forward, but a tie could come in handy should some dominoes fall up above them just a little bit.
So, something that popped into my head while we were talking about George Pickens, if we are allowed to
Oh, you
slightly
want you want to you want to go back?
I can say, well, segue to like a different topic. I wanna take just like a little bit of time to talk about the 2022 NFL draft because in that draft, uh, we did draft Trent McDuffie with one of our first round picks. Well, we drafted right after that George Karlaftis. Don't get me wrong, he's a solid NFL player. But two guys out of that draft, one of them, I only want looking back. George Pickens specifically, I wanted us to draft him. And we picked George Karlaftis. And then two picks after George Pickens, we get Sky Moore, who we could have had in George Pickens. Look what happened with Sky Moore.
We
Now
do this a lot, man. We could have had
the other
Jonathan
name,
Taylor if we didn't take
I,
Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Like,
yeah. That, I mean, that one sucks too. But the other name out of that 2022 NFL draft, like we have to one like Brett Veach does amazing things, but he doesn't quite get everything right.
Yeah,
He's
clearly.
not like a perfect draft guy. He's a good draft guy. He's not a perfect draft guy because who graded George Karlaftis over Nick Benito? Who graded George Karlaftis over Nick Benito?
not me. I watched Nick Benito for
I
multiple
know.
years at Oklahoma,
I
dude.
know, and I wasn't necessarily hip to it then, but like as an like the guys that are scouting for our teams, who graded him over Nick Benito? Who thought that George Karlaftis was better than Nick Benito coming out of freaking college, dude? Are you kidding me?
Nick Benito should have gone in the first round.
He would have if we took him. It's
That's how it
crazy to
works out.
me,
Yeah.
dude. It's crazy to me. All the talent we can find in the fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh round of the draft, and we don't get Nick Benito over George Karlaftis. We let Denver have him.
You should be the OC and I should be the scout.
We don't need that many Sooners on our team, man. Come on.
Best defense in the
If
in
they're
in
good,
college
dude,
football
I
right
don't
now.
care where they went to
They're
college.
good, but if he gets them over and over and over again, we gotta chill out for a second.
You wouldn't be saying that if it worked.
Does it work right now? No, it doesn't.
Like
What do you mean?
McDuffie was great, but Karlaftis and Sky Moore right after that, like just seeing how everybody else or other picks hit in that draft just kind of that one hurts. And Clyde is right under that. 2022 hurts. Clyde is right under that. That's a hell of a freaking first round draft pick.
And with Josh Simmons, though, because boy, the Chiefs walk away with an overtime win, 23-20, and in what a great game. What two great games Josh Simmons has had coming back after hiatus. Only gave up two pressures the week before. I don't know if he gave up a single pressure this week against a very formidable defensive line, even with DeForest Buckner out. Like the Colts still have a really good front four. And we Josh Simmons, we have found a diamond.
Our left tackle for the future.
What do you mean we found a diamond? I think everybody knew he was a diamond. They were just concerned about injuries in the draft. Almost everybody was saying that he is the
I
best
didn't say I
tackle
didn't say we
prospect.
found a diamond in the rough. I said we found a diamond.
No shit, we found a diamond.
Just because everybody could see it doesn't mean he's not a diamond.
I was man. We talk about this game. We talked about the predictability of the Kansas City Chiefs. Everybody has, and it's still clearly there. We started off the game being 100% predictable, going with an RPO that was read to a T, a tip interception, and honestly, weak effort from whoever intercepted that ball because you should have been able to get in the end zone because you caught it on the 3 yard line.
Bro, Pat
With
put
a
his life
tackle,
on the
Pat
line
with
for
a
that
tackle.
tackle, man. Pat was pissed, dude. So
The first half very bad, very very bad. Gave up too many points. Defense wasn't making a stop. Jonathan Taylor
well,
looked unstoppable in the first half. Daniel Jones
What do you mean?
looked
Jonathan Taylor
let
had
me
like 25 rushing yards in the first half.
like 5 carries.
Still 25 rushing yards.
he was he was getting crucial he was getting crucial yards for them in the first half for sure. But so it it's not getting touchdowns does I mean you would rather get a touchdown over a field goal. Yes. I concede that point to you saying the first half wasn't great for us. However, if we would have gone for fourth down in those situations and not come away with any points, we aren't able to come back in that game. So as much as I've heard uh whatever internet uh what am I trying to say?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Person? What do we internet
Talking head, media personality, random
Influencer?
Twitter account.
internet personalities like what does taking the points mean? Why are you gonna settle for a field goal when you're in the red zone? Like when you're right by the goal line, why go for it on fourth down? Like the people that don't punt and don't go for field goals on Madden are just out there like you're a pussy for going for you're gay for kicking a field goal, dude. Like go for it on fourth down, bro. Like that mentality is laughable to me because you see the benefit of taking your field goals and not risking it too many times going forward on fourth down because we were then able to come back in this game.
Yeah, no, you definitely take the points, and we've seen it against the Chiefs in previous years. Is the reason why the Chargers had to go out and find themselves a new coach because their previous one just went for it on fourth down every time and never took the points and always lost by a field goal. So
I mean, honestly, Dan Campbell lost the Eagles game because he went for it so many times on fourth down
there,
and didn't make it.
my grievance is not with taking the field goal or the 3 points when needed because obviously it has history shows that you take the points.
I
But
just heard
my
it too much lately
oh
surrounding the
yeah,
NFL talk, and we love Dan Campbell for being risky and going for it on fourth down, but when the law of averages kicks in and you stop making those fourth down conversions, you're out points and you lose games.
absolutely. But with that said, there needs to be obviously we know there needs to be work overall and on the whole game. There needs to be a ton of work in the red zone, something that we have not been good at for the last couple of years. And this season is no different. I think we're one of the worst red
we're
zone
afraid of I
teams
form.
in the league.
We're afraid of putting just like a regular, like using our tight end as a fullback and putting him in some sort of I form. We
We're
love
down
this
on tight ends
pistol.
now. Noah
We
Gray's
love
out.
this pistol formation. We love this pistol formation with Travis Kelce, Noah Gray, and a running back behind Patrick Mahomes in the backfield. And I I don't get it. What's wrong with like a goal line I formation? What is wrong with that? Why do we have to feel like we have to get cute? Like
Just in the case that we need to pull the ball back and throw it. You never know. That could always happen with Pat out there.
He's
That's
fast
why we
enough.
run
that's
another
He
what
can
we're
gun.
go. He
saying
can
is the
go on a
problem.
boot. He's fast enough. He can go out on a boot. It's not a problem. I did appreciate the amount of time that we went under center. I think what I appreciate more is that
It wasn't enough.
it
And
wasn't enough.
it was just single
But it was
back. It was
but
only
it
single
was
back.
I'm totally fine with running weak. I'm totally fine with running weak. It doesn't always have to be I form. I'm totally good with running weak because there's also a lot of good things that we can do out of a weak that mirror a lot of the things that we do out of a shotgun formation because you're not being restricted to having two in the back or two additional in the backfield. I don't mind that because you can also block scheme and ISO very very well when you're running out of weak. So that's not the problem. The problem is just scheme when you get into the red zone. But
Are
what
you
I'm very
calling
happy
weak
with
single
is
back?
yeah, weak is single back. Yeah. Um, what I appreciate is for the fact that we ran the ball. We ran the ball 41 times. 30 of them came from Kareem Hunt. And I am sorry to that man for him having to carry that load by himself because good he has to be sore today. That man has to
Oh,
be
obviously.
so tired. He has to be hurting so bad. And then he's going to have to turn around on Thursday Night Football on Thanksgiving and do the same exact thing. Sorry, but
Well,
Kareem, you're gonna have to get ready for it.
they're if Pacheco isn't back, which I don't know if he will be, but
Unlikely.
they're gonna get Clyde that much more involved.
No,
They're
Yeah.
not gonna run Kareem. They
no,
will. Did you see how many times he
no.
ran the ball in the Colts game?
I don't want it.
I was
Stop the
screaming
Make a
in
It
his
Wish
doesn't matter if
ear
you
like,
don't
handoffs.
want it or not. He's going to be in
why are we
there
paying Elijah Mitchell 1 point some odd million dollars and Clyde's getting carries?
to be a healthy
Here,
scratch again.
Another point. Are we finally ready to say that Brashard Smith just really doesn't have it as a running back out of the backfield? He's fun in the passing game. He does not have it out of the backfield.
I mean, I've been saying it. He was a receiver that transitioned
Yeah,
into a running back in college. They brought him in to be the
a
next
scat back.
Isaiah Pacheco and be a
You
scat back, and that like wasn't. It's not the case. He is a better receiving back out of the backfield, but he needs to be more of that slot guy who moves around.
we can't give him handoffs. We cannot.
He doesn't
He
have
just
enough power.
he doesn't have power, he doesn't have vision, he doesn't have the quick cut that we need. Like he doesn't have anything positive to I just I can't I
I
don't
think
like
he can be
watching
a.
him run.
I
I don't like
think
watching
he
him
can
run
be
the
a
ball.
fantastic slot.
Catch a swing pass, dude. That's fine. Catch a bubble, run a jet sweep. Do not do not hand him the ball out of the backfield.
You talked about like how upset you're going to be that or how upset you are that we're not utilizing Elijah Mitchell. What I see happening here is because we do have a new face on this Chiefs team. Damon Pierce
Practice
is
squad.
so is Clyde.
Damien's going to be there for
Clyde is
kicking
not
reps,
on
I
the
feel like,
active
more.
roster. Damian Pierce is going to get he is going to play more than Elijah Mitchell. What's going to
I
happen?
He's going to play more than
It may
Elijah. I
not
don't
be
think
this
And
upcoming week.
he's not going to play more than Clyde,
Elijah,
though, because he's going to play a lot more on special teams because he was a great special teams returner for the
I'm,
Texans.
you know what?
Elijah,
I'm
listen.
perfectly okay with that over Nico Remigio at this point. I'm tired of him.
um, so on Elijah Mitchell, the last home game we had. So before the Bills game, was it the Commanders?
I believe
I-
so.
Elijah Mitchell got reps in the not the Colts game, but the previous home game, and he got called for um, it was an illegal shift. He
Yes.
he got out of his stance to listen to something that Pat was saying, and he got penalized for it. He got set back at the running back position, but the wide receiver going across the the formation didn't get set, which is like a normal move in our offense. But the fact that Elijah Mitchell took like I thought it was a ticky tack penalty. I thought it was unfair because like you allow offensive linemen to get up out of their stance and turn around and listen to what the quarterback is saying. But I think he almost got like penalized like in the lock like with the coaches or in the locker room or whatever. He got penalized for that situation because I think they got a first down or good yardage on the play and it got brought back because of a legal shift.
I
But
don't think his wife getting on Twitter and talking helped much.
oh, I didn't know that happened.
Yeah,
I just think
yeah.
he's not that good right now, and we overpaid him in the offseason.
Uh, Clearly, because we did the same thing with Christian Fulton. I mean, we clearly are having recurring issues with not making good contract decisions.
Well, the other thing that comes to my mind is that Shanahan probably has a totally different system than Andy Reid, and we've seen issues with different skill position players not being able to learn the playbook to get on the field. So if Andy's not happy with how he knows the playbook, or
He's
the
not getting on the
offensive
field.
coaches aren't happy with how he knows the playbook, that could be a big reason why he's not playing. However, learn the playbook, bro, because you're better than Clyde. He's
Not hard.
faster than Clyde. He's shiftier than Clyde. Like, come on.
You're not Clyde, man. Come on.
How does the results of this game make you feel? I mean, the first half obviously pretty rough. Second half, very very good. Defense made a lot of stops, even
The
though we had the
I don't
the
know,
Kareem Hunt
result the
the
fumble.
result
results
makes
are.
me feel good, but how we got there doesn't really make me feel
Even
great.
Yeah,
against this
it
good of a Colts team,
Even against
like
no.
this
this
good of a
is
Colts
this is
team, the
still a
offense
good team.
the
It
the
doesn't.
offense was
They're not a
lackluster.
serious team. They're not a
It
serious
didn't
team.
really tell me anything different about the Chiefs team. The defense will do its job to give the offense opportunities, and the offense was still lackluster in this game.
And look what you needed to do. You need to score 21 or more points. What did we talk about pregame last week? Score have as long as the defense can hold it to 21 points or less, you have a chance to win this game. It's that
Pat should
simple.
be good for 3 touchdowns a game.
Yeah, that
The
it's
No,
that
offense
simple.
knowing
should be
that
good for 3 touchdowns a game.
whoever is calling the plays, Andy Reid said that it was Matt Nagy this week. There's been a lot of controversy on who calls what plays, whatever. Regardless of who the play caller is, do you guys feel like this game plan that we saw with running the ball and utilize it, and maybe not so much in RPOs, is what will continue moving forward?
It should if we want to make the playoffs. Like keep going with what's working right now. What really worked for what I felt for the receivers was whenever they weren't bunching up or stacking up together and actually spreading them out a little bit more. I felt like they were able to get outside the numbers and just work the field a little bit more with Patrick. And Patrick's just going through the progressions way too fast as well. He's bailing on stuff way too fast.
I'm glad you bring that up because I think that brings up two fantastic points. In the second half, there was a massive change, and like you just said, the receivers weren't bunching up as much. A lot of the play calling or route calls that were made in the second half was to the strengths that we talked about in the pregame show, which was Rashee Rice needs to be running a lot of very quick slants across, and the same thing from Xavier Worthy. We need to stop seeing the longer developing plays that are also mainly longer, deeper shots downfield that needs to be saved for somebody like Tyquan Thornton. We need to see Xavier Worthy and Rashee Rice run more of those crossing routes that don't take as long to develop. And I don't know if Rashee Rice at this point will escape the slant boy talk very much like we gave to Michael Thomas. But the other thing that changed in that in the scheme of making sure that the crossing routes were being run is the first half from the second half is the first half we were still running very long developing plays. There was a couple that come to mind very specifically. I can't remember what down or when exactly that happened, but in the first half, the long developing plays, we saw Travis Kelce starting his route at the third read. Pat Mahomes was already on his third read, and that's when we saw Travis Kelce finally breaking out, and that's also when we saw whoever was in at running back, primarily it was Kareem Hunt, also making his breakout. And so we're already through three progressions, and guys are just now starting their routes. Of course, they're not going to be ready to catch the ball. That's something that we've also seen throughout
That's
the
called a
the.
delay route.
I understand it's a delay route. I understand that they're delay routes, but they're long developing and something that clearly
Oh,
has not worked. And when we make that schematic change in the second half, the offense actually starts to move the ball. Not only is it running, and that helps in that aspect, but we move away from those long developing plays into something that's a little bit more quick and that helps in our receivers' strengths to be able to run that. This is a scheme that has to continue moving forward.
Yeah, but I also like so the shorter intermediate stuff and a good run game sets up your bombs, right? Like doing all the other stuff good is what sets up the deep ball. So, but I did see Rasheed run a lot of crosses, and I did see what we talked about before the game that if Pat did this, we would see some more success. He attacked the middle of the field. When our offense was doing well in the Colts game, when we were seeing chunk plays, Pat was attacking the middle of the field. Rasheed did run plenty of crosses. He hit Xavier Worthy on a nice dig, I believe, in the first uh, quarter, first half, somewhere in there. Um, so I saw some good things, but there were also some critical moments where the play calling was a little questionable. So I'm not seeing I'm not seeing everything we're asking for, but the improvement in the run game and a little bit less RPOs. Great job, Andy and the boys. I will say Pat is also still making mistakes. We're talking about how his difficulty getting through his progressions and stuff. But he's making some interesting decisions, and I think it's just overthinking stuff. Um, while there wasn't a lot of pressure, there were plenty of plays where our offensive line was pushed like far back into Pat Mahomes, and he looked a little frazzled on those plays. But one specific play, he had Rashee Rice on a drag or a crossing route, and he had some sort of pressure to where he had to roll out to his right side, and Rashee started to turn that upfield, and the defender was on his back hip. And so, in my mind, it should be a pretty easy decision for Pat Mahomes to air it out a little bit, make it a lob pass, so it is out of the way of the defender, but he guns it. He throws a bullet pass that is slightly behind Rashee, and the defender gets in the way. And it was a tough, like, you know, we can hindsight's 2020. We can analyze it all day and say he could have done this, this, and this. I just feel like for him to not make that choice in the moment, he's got to be overthinking it, being a little frazzled. Like he does have good protection right now, but he's still off kilter. Like he's still a little
he
uneasy,
just doesn't
and
fully trust it all the time
we
still.
yeah we need him. I want him to kind of settle down a little bit.
That doesn't change much, I don't think, going into a quick turnaround on Thursday night and Thanksgiving. Obviously, we'll have a pregame show to go against that, but coming up in the next couple of days. But Trey Smith is out. He is dealing with a high and a low ankle sprain.
Mm,
Um,
bad
that's
combo.
not going to be fun. So Mike Caliendo is going to come in for him. After that, we really don't have any depth at the guard position. We'd have to bring in our backup center, I would assume, at that point if Caliendo or Kingsley Suamataia goes down. Um,
What about
and we
Hunter Norzad? We have some
that's
guys
the
that can
backup
play.
center. That's
Yeah,
the
we have
backup
guys that
center.
can do it.
That
It's
would,
fine. Okay, we're
yeah. I
good. We're
mean,
good.
yeah. If you can
Well,
play center, you can play guard. But just after that, we don't have another backup to go out there.
so the concerning part about that is the Cowboys have a good defensive line. They have two really good defensive tackles now. Um, and in the second half of the game, our yards per carry went down quite a bit. The running game was still crucial and got us first downs at times, but it went you know, from almost 5 yards a carry in the first half to three something in the second half when Caliendo was in there.
We also ran the ball more in the second half than we did in the first, which I think is part of where that comes. Like if you're going to run it more, they're going to be able to key on it more, and then that opens up a little bit of the pass game. I don't necessarily disagree that the run blocking goes down. I definitely agree with that, but I don't. There's definitely some credence to if you're going to run the ball more, they're going to be able to shore you up a little bit more.
Well, but what's concerning to me is that the Cowboys have better defensive tackles, and it's going to be a little bit harder for us to run the ball
You know what that means? It's a pat throw the ball all day game.
60 times.
I mean that, and that's still a given. I mean, we ended the game with 41 rushes, 30 going to Kareem. But at one point, there was still Kareem had run the ball less than 20 times, and Pat was already nearing 40 passing attempts. So, like, we caught up there at the end while we're trying to run the clock out and get the field goal to go into overtime to then run the ball more with the field goal to win the game in overtime. So there's still some bits and pieces there where we were still passing the ball very heavily throughout the game. And I don't know if we're going to come into a situation again where we have 90 or more, 90 or so offensive plays. I don't think that hasn't happened in a very long time. I don't see that happening again this season.
No, I don't think it will happen again either. They'll get up there in like 70, 80 easily all the time, but not this time.
We haven't gotten to 70 or 80 in a long time either.
They'll get there. Don't worry. They'll get there.
Does this win give you guys a little bit more confidence going into the rest of the games that we have? We've got realistically we've got to go
No.
7-0, and in the next
Did I
game,
just tell you
I
last
told you
week
I wanted to see 30 points out of the offense, and I want to see us hit that mark in every game
consistently?
going going into the playoffs. So no, I don't have. I'm still rocking with the boys. I still think they're going to win, but
I
I'm
still
not
think they're going to
any.
make the playoffs as
I'm
well.
not any more confident than I was before the game.
This whole
seeing the
entire
play
game,
calling.
it felt like the Chiefs were destined to lose that game. Like they were just playing like they wanted to lose that game so bad. Defense willed it for them, and then the just everybody at Arrowhead, the fans of Arrowhead, willed it for them because without that, they may have started crumbling. Because it just so many games, you're like, well, we've seen this all year. They're about to lose.
I think the ending gave me a little bit more confidence. Like at one point, it looked like they were just ready to quit, just roll over. In the first half, and then early on in the third quarter, when we go three and out, and like you said, Sean, the crowd willed them into it. It seemed like they got a little bit of motivation. They picked it up some. If we can get some consistency and build off that second half and overtime performance, um, I think we can get things rolling here, but we definitely have some tough tests coming up. The Cowboys, for the record, are still very good, and offensively, they are one of the best, if not the best, offense in the league. Put them up against anyone, and the offense can go out there and score points. We just saw them come back 21-0. It's not going to be a fun test to have to put a stop to CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens on Thanksgiving in Dallas.
Something I do want to point out before we're done talking about this game. I'm
No.
going to like put the energy out there and will this into Nick Bolton's spirit, but boy, you need to have your head on a swivel because he had two opportunities. Well, he messed up two opportunities to get an interception, and we don't get them very often, even though a lot of times our defenders are in good positions. Side note, I hate it when Andy Reid takes Leo Chanel off the field. We
He
gotta
started
find
off so
we
strong.
gotta find more ways to keep him on the field, putting him at different positions, even
Put
if
his
he's
hand in the dirt.
giving our defensive line some relief. Like he's got to be able to be out there on the field because he makes plays. But
Every single time he's out there.
Nick Bolton had one play where he wasn't even looking at the quarterback and he was only focused on his receiver, and the ball hit him in the arm or in the chest or shoulder pads or whatever. Could have been a pick if he's just like keep your head on a swivel. Like you had that was day one at the linebacker position. That's one of the first things they tell you. Keep your head on a swivel. You have to know where everybody's going in mid play. Keep your head on a swivel, especially in the pass game. And then later on in the game, I forget who he messed it up for. They were both going for the interception, but the other guy had a much better position, and Nick Bolton,
That
Was it
Roland
was it for
Wallace.
Jamari? I thought it was Jamari Connor.
whoever it was, he interrupted an interception for somebody else,
Yeah,
and
that was devastating.
if he knows that there's a guy near him that has better position, he doesn't go for that ball. Keep your head on a swivel.
We need to get some turnovers. We need to start winning that
The
battle.
ladder is tough, but like that second play is tough to know where your other defender is and if he has a better play on the ball. But when other people can see it at a better angle, it's just like he's right there, dude. Let it go.
Real quick here, just to top it all off as far as Pick'em goes, Typo making a comeback. He is still
Yeah,
currently one
dude.
game under 500.
Imagine if I didn't have my terrible week last week, man. I'd have first place no problem.
I am slipping it away.
Yeah.
Tybo is currently 2 games behind me. I am only 3 games above 500. It's getting tight again, and I had a bad week. Sean and Tybo currently tied at 7-6. There will not be a true out and out winner this week. I'm 4-9. I've got the Panthers to cover a 7-point spread. Sean believes the Panthers are going to win, but he picked the 49ers to win by 7. So I don't know what the hell he's doing.
You have no
Yeah,
idea.
if you
East
listen to
Coast
the
West
whole
Coast.
show, he has.
East Coast to West Coast. I forgot about that.
If you listen to the
I
whole
picked
show,
this
yeah,
last Wednesday, dude. Leave me alone.
he's got no idea what's
Never
going
remember that
on.
long ago.
I'm 15
We've got
games back. Leave me alone.
just keep your talking points straight. How about that? That's what I want from you.
You can tail me the rest of the way. You might catch up.
I'm not gonna. No, I'm not gonna catch up. Telling you. That's a bad choice.
Yeah,
That's how much
you
did
you went
last
three
week.
you went 3-12 last week. Like you've had multiple bad weeks. I don't want to.
If I didn't have my 3-12 last week, I would be in first place.
If I
Well,
didn't
you
have my
you
3 and
definitely
12,
be
I'd be up there too.
you'd definitely be close, but you've had that's not your only bad week, Tybo.
That was my worst week.
It was definitely your worst week.
I'm putting all the bad luck back on Ty Bob right now. So as long as I pick games opposite of him, I'm gonna do fine.
Okay,
That's my mindset right now.
good for you.
I was what
We
like
have you
20,
and
20
you and
something
I
games
have
back.
been. I mean, you're still that
I'm 15 games back from you right now, but I was
you
like
are
what 20
20.
something.
You are 27 games off of 500. You are 30 games behind me, roughly.
I remember joking right after the season last season that we should just be making single bets on our picks. Well, Sean would
How
be out a lot of money if he
how am
did.
I
Sean would be out a lot of money.
how am I
You're
you have
not 30
90
games
wins.
back.
You have 90
Yes.
wins. I have 75. Like
You're
how
20. You're 25 back from me. Yes. 15,
90
whatever
to
the math
yeah, I was
is.
gonna say that's 15, but
What?
Doesn't matter. You're still
I'm
really
not
far behind.
I'm not mathematically eliminated though.
You are also Ty Bob's not mathematically inclined.
I am not. No.
You got a point there. Yeah.
If it's not in an Excel sheet with a formula, I don't know what's going on.
90 to 75, that's 30
Dude's
easily.
dude's a freak in the sheets.
We'll be back later this week to preview NFL Week 13, and maybe Tybo will have a top 5 for us. Thanksgiving themed,
Again,
maybe
yes.
again.
Yes.
Yeah, he hasn't done it. Listen, it's his segment that he has decided quietly. He's quiet quitting on us. He's decided that he will not be doing top 5s anymore, and has not told us that he would not be doing them anymore. So no more quiet quitting. Bring back your segment, Tybo.
Tybo's top 5 Thanksgiving games. That's never. I haven't done that.
Okay. See, now we're
Bob's.
talking we're
Why do I
cooking with
keep
some
saying
oil.
Ty Bob? Why?
You always blame me for screwing us up. It's your fault now.
Tybo's top 5. Thanksgiving games.
Make sure you tune in for that. I'm excited for
Tune,
that. Do some good
tune
research, buddy.
in.
Tune in.
Tune in
Don't
for
eat tuna.
you.
Hey, guess what? Jawan Jennings touchdown right there.
Wow.
Look at that. Good
Woo.
start.
Doesn't
Nice
Good
get
start.
start.
doesn't get another target all game.
Hey,
Hey,
you don't know that. It's still the first quarter.
you're still the
It could
first
happen. I'm going to be going next weekend, just the tips, just so you guys know. Jawan Jennings is going to go off.
I feel bad for all of you that listen to Sean's tips. Until next time, go
Go
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Go Chiefs.